Good morning, friends. Welcome to a wonderful new day. We have a beautiful day ahead. And let's begin this journey with our yoga session and prepare our body and mind to enter into the divine presence of the Masters. Let's begin with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great Masters of Kriya Yoga, beloved Swamiji, we humbly bow at thy feet. Divine Masters, flow through us as energy, as divine peace, love, and light, as we practice these postures, that we may prepare our body, our mind to receive of thy divine light and to share that light with everyone. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. This is Brahmacharini Blezy, dear friends, and today I'll lead you through a 30-minute session on Ananda Yoga. And in this session, we will especially focus on the spine. Right away following the session is a meditation. But before we enter into meditation, as we practice these postures, let's become more aware of the spine. While yes, we want to relax our entire body, let's place our awareness in and around the spine. As Kriya Yogis, we are already aware of the breath and the energy in the spine, the cool and the warm currents that accompany our inhalations and our exhalations. So even as we use our body, let's try to tune into that energy behind the breath. Let's try to tune into the prana that activates and energizes our being, and thus take the practice deeper. A few things I want to emphasize before we begin our practice. Work with the breath. Do not be in pain. Many of us might have physical conditions that we want to be careful about, cardiovascular, spinal injuries, or discomforts. Let's stretch but not strain. Don't be in pain at any time. We want to relax, and above all, through the practice, we want to find joy and be established in in our inner center, which is the spine. So we will straight away begin with warm-ups. Let's begin with walking in place, moving our hands and feet, bringing our knees up, swinging our arms a bit, slowly energizing our body, gradually making our practice more vigorous, bringing the knees up, swinging our arms a little more, feel the energy coursing through your body. And in your hearts, feeling gratitude for the gift of breath, for the gift of prana that helps us make God's presence alive in this world as channels, as instruments. A few more breaths, increasing our willpower. The greater the willpower, the greater the flow of energy. Okay, now pausing. We'll do a few spinal exercises. This is spinal recharging. I won't explain these because we are already familiar with these. So spinal recharging, keeping our attention on the lower spine. Now spinal rotation, keeping our feet a few feet apart, gently arching the upper torso, rotating the spine gently. Again, keeping our awareness on the spine with light tension in the lower spine. Pausing at the center and reversing the direction. Try to feel the Guru's presence in your heart. And now lateral stretching of the spine. Left and right sides, lifting the spine up tall. We may find ourselves a little stiff in the bodies if we have just got up from bed. So these exercises will just warm us up. Spinal adjustment, starting at the base of the spine, the gentle forward and backward motion. Using our breath to bring the energy up as we inhale. And as we exhale, relaxing more deeply into that inner center. And now upper spinal twist, bringing our arms out in the front, tensing behind, relaxing forward, left and right sides, starting gently and then becoming more brisk. Now, coming on to our hands and feet, keeping our palms on the floor. This is a gentle forward and backward slide of the spine. So try to keep it gentle if you have spinal discomfort. For those who can, we can do even bigger movements with the spine. So we will start with, as we inhale, gently pushing forward. As we exhale, gently moving backward. Let's do this for a few times. Inhaling forward, exhaling backward. All the time, keeping our awareness around the spine. Gradually, to the degree you can, extending this stretch. For those who can, extending the stretch a little deeper, feeling the flow of energy up the spine as you inhale, as you exhale, relaxing into this flow. Let us practice awareness, deep, still awareness. Even as the body moves, to bring our attention, our awareness on the energy behind this movement. For those who can, we can take it even a little more deeper. Inhaling as you slide forward, exhaling as you relax backward. A couple more times. And now let's pause and relax, allowing the body to soften. Feeling the spine, coming back on our heels in Vajrasan. Let's take a few moments to feel the flow of energy in the spine, bringing it up to the point between the eyebrows. And now sitting cross-legged. You can even do this on a chair. Keeping our left arm by the side. Inhale, bring your right arm up, gently sliding forward from the left, feeling the opening in the spine. Inhale back, exhale. Now inhale right, left arm up. Exhale back, inhale right, up, sliding forward, feeling the opening along the rib cage, breathing. Exhale back, inhale left, exhaling back to the center. Let's take a few moments to feel our body, to feel the mind, bringing all our attention, our concentration on the flow of energy in our body right now. With that, we will go on to our first asana, which is the Recursion or the tree pose. Let's stand up. Before we go on to Recursion, let's take a few moments to balance with the standing mountain pose, also called padahastasan, bringing your feet hip width apart, rolling your shoulders back, lengthening up from the spine, chin parallel to the floor. And now with gentle forward and backward motion, try to feel the spine, try to feel the spine resisting this movement. And now sideways, likewise feeling the resistance of the spine. And in so doing, finding that inner center within ourselves. And coming to rest at the center point. Mentally affirming, I stand ready to obey thy least command. Tune in to the qualities of vitality, alertness to every moment of life. We can close our eyes and tune in to this consciousness. Every posture emanates a consciousness unique to the posture. I stand ready to obey thy least command. Gently opening our eyes. From this inner center, let's take up the first asana, which is a tree pose. The tree pose is a very powerful, balancing, grounding, and yet a very strengthening pose. We'll shift our weight onto the left foot and open up the right foot from the hip. We can keep the heel of our the heel just above the ankle of the left foot, or you can bring it up against the calf. And if you have great balancing, bring it up even against the inner thigh of the left foot, wherever you feel comfortable. Take a few moments to feel the balance, the calmness. Find that center within yourself. For those who may feel the need, feel free to take the help of a chair beside you to balance. You can even do this on a chair. I'll come to that later, but I'll first show the simple classic version. Completely relaxed. With an inhalation, sweep your arms up overhead. For those who have cardiovascular problems, you can even keep your palms in front of your heart. With an exhalation, relaxing your shoulders away from the ears, lengthening up from the left leg. Breathing naturally. Feel the energy coming up from the left leg into the spine. And with your inhalation, drawing it up to the point between the eyebrows, drawing it up through your hands to raise our consciousness. Mentally affirming, I am calm, I am poised. I am calm, I am poised. A great posture to enable concentration, to bring calmness into a moment, to naturally bring ourselves to our inner center. Let's take a few moments to tune into how we are feeling, consciously using our willpower to draw the energy up and relaxing then into that higher flow. I am calm, I am poised. With an inhalation, drawing your arms up. With an exhalation, bringing your arms, circling your arms down, releasing your right foot. Let's take a few moments to pause and integrate the effects. Try to feel the difference in the left and the right sides of your body. You will feel yourself more energized. And now shifting the shifting the weight onto the right foot, opening up the left hip, the left heel right above the right ankle, or again, this time I will show this on the chair for those who might want to use the chair. I can use my left foot on the chair. The weight is on the right foot. With an inhalation, bring your arms up, overhead, joining the palms at the top. As you exhale, relaxing your shoulders away from the ears, continuing to tune in to the rising energy in the spine. Lengthening yourself up from the right leg. Bringing vitality to the spine. Feel the joy of reaching up. I'm calm, I'm poised. Of steadfastness. And the power that balance and stability brings to us in our aspiration to rise high. Let's tune into these qualities. I'm calm, I'm poised. Inhale up. With an exhalation, bring circling your arms down, releasing your left foot. Again, let's take a few moments to pause and feel. Also impressing upon our consciousness the importance of calmness when we aspire to take higher leaps, when we aspire towards a higher consciousness. I am calm. I am poised. Gently opening our eyes. Now we will move on to our next asana, which is the Ardha Chandrasana. Again, a wonderful sideways bend, which opens up the spine. For this, we will bring our feet together. Palms are facing forward. Let's take a few moments to just feel the energy in this posture, the receptivity, the openness. And now as you inhale, circling your arms up, interlocking your thumbs, rising up on the balls of your feet. With an exhalation, gently bending sideways to your left. Try to feel the opening, especially along the right side. This is a very powerful posture in opening up the spine, lengthening the spine. Opens the rib cage, freeing our breath, allowing us to breathe more freely. Tune into all the simple, beautiful changes that are taking place as we practice this posture. And try to avoid collapsing on the underside here. Keep it long. This is, while it is a bend sideways, it's also a lifting up of the spine. And try to tune into that aspect of this posture. With your inhalations, lifting the spine a little more each time. And with your exhalations, relaxing, pausing into that moment. With an inhalation, coming back to the center, so exhaling and circling your arms down to the side. Let's take a moment to pause and feel the effects of the posture. Mentally affirming strength and joy fill my body cells. Strength and courage fill my body cells. Strength and courage fill my body cells. And now, on the right side, as we inhale, circle your arms up, interlocking the thumbs, rising up on our heels, gently bending to the right side. As you exhale, remember to relax your shoulders away from the ears, but tune in to the opening along the left side, and at the same time, a lifting up from the inner, the right side, looking at a point distant, raising our awareness higher up the spine. Strength and courage fill my body cells. That even when life bends us, places us in difficult circumstances, our ability to hold ourselves, to move in a forward direction with a higher consciousness. Let's tune into that aspect of this posture as we affirm strength and courage fill my body cells. The legs are active. Feel the energy rising up the legs into the spine, up to the point between the eyebrows. Enjoy this flow of energy and feel the lightness. The more we become aware of the flow of energy within us, we'll feel the lightness within us. And now, as we inhale, coming back, rising up to the center, exhale, and relax your arms down to the side. Roll your shoulders back, relax. Mentally continuing to affirm strength and courage fill my body cells. We have 5 more minutes left before the meditation, so we'll quickly move into our next asana, which is padahastasan, the standing forward bend. Now, for those who may have any spinal injuries or even cardiovascular problems, we can just keep the active phase of the pose. So let's begin. Arms by the side, rolling your shoulders back. As you inhale, you can bring your arms up. As you exhale, bending forward from the hips without rounding your spine. Inhale, lengthen your spine a little more. Exhale, bend forward and relax at that point. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bending forward till you have a tabletop of your spine. This is the active phase, and we can pause here for those who may have issues with lower back, sinus, ears, eyes. For those who can, with this gentle rhythm of inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhaling, relaxing, you can bend forward, releasing the crown to the floor. Your palms can be behind on the thighs, at the ankle, or even with your 2 fingers pulling on the big toe. Feel the energy rising up the spine to the point between the eyebrows. Enjoy this lightness, the vitality we feel, especially in the upper spine, the brain. If you feel tension behind the knees, breathe into that point. With an inhalation, coming back up, you can also use your palms on the thighs and use this as a support to raise yourself back up. Or if you have a strong awareness of your body, you can simply, as you inhale up, bring the arms up, exhale your arms out to the side, and relax. You can do the same even sitting on a chair. Very quickly to demonstrate on the chair. Inhaling up, and as you exhale forward, gradually bending forward as far as you can. You can even be at this point or completely releasing your crown to the floor. Mentally affirming, nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing on earth can hold me. Once more, with an inhalation, bringing your arms up, gently exhaling forward. Inhale, lengthen, exhale forward. And as you bring energy up the spine, try to feel that release of any mental or emotional feelings, any insecurities within us, letting go. Breathing normally. And now with an inhalation coming up, exhaling, relaxing the arms down to the side. Nothing on earth can hold me. Taking a few moments to feel the energy in the spine. You may feel a warm or a cool or a tingling sensation. Consciously raising that up at the point between the eyebrows and affirming at that point, nothing on earth can hold me. One last pose for this morning before we enter into a meditation. This is the Ustrasana or the camel pose. Coming onto our knees. You can use a cushion to soften the fall of the knees on the floor. Keeping the thighs parallel. Arms by the side. As you inhale, taking your left arm up and placing the heel of your palm against the lower rim of the pelvis. Exhale. With the next inhalation, bringing your right arm up and resting the heel of the right palm on the lower rim of the pelvis. Feel this posture, keeping the spine upright. With an inhalation now, lifting your heart up, drawing your head back. Avoid jackknifing the neck. Keep it long, keep the neck long and relaxed. Feel the opening in the heart, especially as you inhale. Feel the energy rising up the heart. With calm faith, I open to thy light. Feel that active opening of the heart center to the flow of light and grace. Those who may have any cervical injuries, you can tuck your chin to the chest as you hold this pose. For those who are able to, you can bend further and hold the heels of your feet, getting a nice long stretch. With calm faith, I open to thy light. Inhale, bring your arms up, circling them down. Coming back into Vajrasana, relaxing into this opening of the heart and the spiritual eye. We can also do this on the chair, placing our feet under the chair and using the sides of the chair to enter into this stretch. Feeling the opening in the heart with calm faith, I open to thy light. Let us take a few moments to feel this openness, the surrender, inviting the masters feel at the point between the eyebrows. And this awakened flow of energy in the spine, and at that point, feel their presence. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.